Stillness, abundance, love, light, health, and wholeness. Stillness, abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health, and wholeness. Yeah. Yeah, everybody ain't gonna get it. Everybody ain't gonna get it. And that's the difference between the people who count the bills and those who count the blessings. Yeah. When it comes to happiness, happiness is not a reward. It's a reflection. When it comes to discipline, discipline is not a reward. It's a reflection. When it comes to peace, peace is not a reward. It's a reflection. That means you gotta practice it till it become your state of being, till it become the state that you occupy. You know, once you know something, it's second nature. Or first impulse, because second nature is what we call first is what we know as in action first impulse when it happens. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Once you know something, it's second nature. Now reflect to the times that anything that you know now, the repetition that you had to go through to learn it. When you first tie your shoes, did you tie your shoes the first time you was taught how to tie your shoes? I'll wait. I'll wait. See? And are you still, now that you know how to tie your shoes, are you still tying your shoes from the space that you, or from the state that you was in when you first learned how to tie your shoes? We ain't gotta wait for that. We already know the answer. But that's the proof your present identity is not your past identification. Yours nor mine. But depending on what we still holding on to, depending on what we still carrying, we may still be being tested by that. Depending on who we still carrying or having around us, we may be being tested by that. And that's not a good, that's not a bad, or it's not an indifferent thing, unless you just in one of those places. You know, and any one of those places is not a good or bad thing in itself. It's just where you chose to be. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You see, but you're gonna have to know. You see, for those of us who do the work, we also have to do, to some of us who do the work, because we never done. So to those of us who are doing the work, and we have made progress in our upgrades, we have made progress through our activations, we have made progress through our ascension, regardless of where we are on this journey. If we have made progress, that means we have stepped into a new space. We have stepped into a greater space than we once occupied. And that's a good thing. That's a good space to find yourself. That's a good space and a good thing to find ourselves. I repeat. But there's a warning that comes with that. And it's a positive in the warning. You know, the warning is awareness, because now that we have created, We have went through the detoxing. We have went through the clearing. We have went through the decluttering. You see, and all the necessary shadow work, self-improvement, internal analyzation, putting ourselves under the flashlight that was needed. Now that we don't done all of that, and we probably find ourselves feeling more clear in our environments reflecting that. We probably find ourselves feeling a lot of things, happiness, a little bit of happiness, a little bit more happiness than we ever felt, having a little bit more discipline than we ever had, stepping into realms of peace that we never experienced. But it's not a reward. It may feel like it, but it's not a reward. It's a reflection. See? Laughter. It's not a reward. It's a reflection. Health. It's not a reward. Health is not a reward because you eat good. Health is not a reward because you drink good. Health is not a reward because you take all your vitamins and supplements. What about the people who don't do none of those things and healthier than the likes of me and you? If they're healthier than the likes of me and you see. But I know my health. But I know my health don't start just with what I put in my mouth. Message. See, abundance is not a reward. It's a reflection. Creativity, not a reward. To the creators out there, to the content makers out there, it's not a reward. A lot of them think that because of what can come with it, but it's a reflection. Wealth ain't hard to obtain. It's just hard to keep. It's hard to hold. We see stories of this every day. So what's missing? See, these are the things that we intended to learn from, because we're on our way too. Moving on up to the top. That's from the Jeffersons, for the 70s and 80s babies, that's from the Jeffersons, those that came a little later on, depending on what household you came up under, you'll know somebody but the Jeffersons. You hear me? Love, it's not a reward. A lot of people be moving around in the world looking for love. I remember when I was in my teens, I was running around looking for love. You see, looking for what I was carrying outside myself. You see, because that's how we come here, and that's how we talk. First we taught how to learn. First we taught how to love others before we taught how to learn ourselves. And we ain't never taught how to learn ourselves. We have to learn how to love ourselves. Through whatever come with how we was taught how to love others. And I dressed it up just then because, my other side was wanted to take it there. But instead of letting my shadow show out, I'ma just raise it up with me. You hear me? Message. Cause I know what it's like to just let my shadow show out. You hear me? Yeah, I just came through to say a few things, man. Put some little sparks on our mind. We gotta learn how to do something with this space that we created with all this energy that we don't clear. And I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to y'all. See, cause it's Judgment Day. And you ain't gotta have one of these to be in your own sovereignty. You hear me? I'm just reflecting what your sovereignty can look like. Through this expression, through the expression of this transmission that's coming through. But we gotta, and it's important because I'm still on it. We gotta do something with the space, because then we'll find ourselves. The reason that we gotta do something with that space, that we don't create it. The reason we don't, we not only, you know, more so internally than externally, you know, not only externally, but more so internally. We got to do something with that space, because guess what's gonna pop up? All that old shit, all that old mess, all them old memories. They gonna pop up. All the ones that we haven't, you know, overcame. Those the ones that ain't been overcame. Those the ones that's gonna pop up. Not because the memories ain't been overcame, but the pain that came with it hasn't been overcame. See, because we healed in layers. You know, as thin as the skin is, it got 3 layers. We heal in layers. You know, so we got to be doing something with that space. So that means you can't, at no point in time, can you put your scepter down. You got to be conscious. You got to be conscious. You got to be conscious of your unconsciousness from the time that you get up to the time that you lay down. Ain't no point in time can you put your scepter down, and you don't have to have a physical scepter, you know, to stand in your sovereignty. I just got a physical scepter. Just that's a symbol, you know, a symbolism of my sovereignty. You know, you ain't gotta have a gavel, you know, to be your just judge. Just judge meaning moving right, correct, in order, you know. Not only amongst the chaos, you see, not only walking right, correct, in order amongst the chaos, external, but through the chaos within. Because everything about balance, you see. all the old mess that we ain't totally done away with gonna persist. The old parts of self that ain't been rose up, you see. Because the shadow wanna rise up too, see. The shadow wanna rise up too, or it's gonna tug at you. No matter how high you go, it's gonna tug at you. You see. Until we bring it into a bridge. You feel me? Yeah, bringing it to a bridge that you can walk across. That you can walk across. So we here to walk. We here to walk across the waters of ourselves. You know. We're here to walk across the waters of ourselves. So we're gonna have to put something new. Put something higher, put something better in the space, in the clear space that we don't create it for ourselves, or we'll put the weight of familiarity back on, because it's so easy to do, you know. So now that we don't strengthen up, we gotta stay strong in the strength that we don't acquire, you know. We gotta stay strong through the old stories, you know. Through the old stories that's gonna try to pop up, that's gonna come up through the memories, you see, because then we'll find ourselves, you know. We'll find ourselves acting in ways that, you know, we'll later find ourselves having some type of regret or guilt about it. See, and if you conscious of your unconscious, I mean you unconsciously conscious, you won't find yourself in those spaces, you know, cleansing, because, you know, everything we doing. You know, healing don't only happen in layers. Life happen in layers. You know, we started at we came from the unseen into the seen in the form of a clot. You know, then took shape into an embryo. Then arm, leg, arm, head. You know, then come through the birth canal, and then we heal. See, all that, those is layers, layers of existence, of being. You know, so everything happened in layers, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. You know, not all exactly in that order, etherically, not all exactly in that order, but everything happened in layers. You know, just to come into a path of purpose. You know, path of purpose is life. Now what we gonna now what we gonna do with it is up to each and every one of us. You know, based on how we identify. But remember, our present identity, not our past identification. So how we moving right now? Are you still moving based on your past identification or your present identification? Are you still moving according to your past identification or your present identity? Pardon me. Pardon itself. How we still move? How we still talk according to our past identification or our present identity? You know. Are we still living? Are we still living according to our past identification or our present identity? Because we learn how to pay attention to what we're hearing, as well as what we're seeing and analyzing. A lot of things ain't gonna add up, you know, with a lot of people, you know, that we know. A lot of things may not add up with ourselves, but we gotta be brutally honest about that. You see, what would your highest version of you look like? You gotta see it for the world to see it. What would the highest version? What would your highest version feel like? You gotta feel it. Before I feel it. See, you gotta see the highest version that you will look like. You gotta see it before you make it seem. It happens in you. See, it happens in you. Whatever the highest version of you will feel like, you gotta feel it first before you make it felt by the world. Before you make me feel it. What would your highest version think like? Because I can't think it for you. I am that I am. See, I am that I am. I can't say I am for you. Because every time I say I am, it's going to refer back to me. And every time you say I am, it's going to refer back to you. You can't say I am for nobody else. See? So what would the highest version of you think like? Because you got to think it first. I'm going to know what you're thinking if you don't think it first, and then let me know. But we be expecting people to know what's on our mind. And then we be running into people that do have the ability to tap into what's on our mind. We find a problem with that too. If we don't see if we don't see the blessing in it. You see? You know? Y'all notice, or for those who notice, I just inspired us. I just inspired us to see it. I just inspired us to feel it. I just provoked us to think about it. See? And in that moment, many of us touched it. Because it's a caught teaching. And for those that caught it, you saw it. You felt it. You see? You spoke to it within yourself. You see? Because you thought about it. Think about it. See, it's all been for the good, man. Everything works out for our good, regardless of how it worked out for us to get here, for us to get to the point of comprehending it, or understanding it. It's all working out for our good, you know. I'm just a reminder. Yeah. But I inspired us to see it and feel it and touch it and speak to it, you know. And hopefully we spoke some life into it and whatever we saw through the words. You hear me? You know. We in a seeing and the reason that I did that is because we in a seeing is believing world. You know, meaning we got, for most people to believe something, they got to see the physical proof of what it is, you know, that may need to be believed in. But everything that we see, somebody believed in it before we saw it. See, everything that we see comes from the unseen. And our mind is a connection to the unseen. So every time we think, you know, every time we think, we see an activity of God in motion through the thoughts. You know, every time that we speak, you know, we see an activity of God in motion. Every time we move, we see an activity of God in motion. You see. And every being is a different reflection of the same source, regardless of what we call it or know it as, or if we don't know it, or if we are atheist and acknowledge nothing, you still acknowledge, you acknowledge something in that, you know, message, you know. Yeah. What would your highest version do? What would your highest version act like? You gotta do it now. What would your highest version eat? And remember I said, you know, or I didn't say it, but I'm gonna say it now. According to this question, what would your highest version eat? What was the highest version of you? What would your higher self eat? But what's even more important is that we know that a balanced mind hold more weight than a balanced diet. And that's what led me into where I'm at right now in the first place. You know. We're in a externally magnified consumer world when we should be in an internally amplified consumer world. You know, when we hear the term "you watch what you eat," we never think about what that means when it pertains to our thoughts. When we hear the term "watch what you eat," we never think about what that means when it comes to how we feel, based on how we thinking, because we don't eat some thought food, some thought substance, you know, that we ain't had no business digesting. Watch what you eat. You see? Who are you being? What frequency is your energy matching? Because that answer the question to all those higher or that's the substance to all those higher version questions I just presented to us. You know, what our energy matching? Because based on what our energy matching, based on our ability to answer the questions that I asked, if we was able to answer them at all, and we should, from one extent or the other, from one extent or the other, they the same, just different frequency and operation. You know, so don't put the new you. Don't try to put the new you in that old bottle and don't expect it to bust. You see? Thank the shifts for what the shifts. Be thankful for the shifts. If you can't, if you ain't in a space where you thank the shifts itself, you see, be thankful for the shifts. You know, without the shifts, massive transformation could not be taking place, and massive transformation is taking place right now. You know, massive transformation is taking place. The smoke ain't as thick for a lot of us as it has been, and that's a good thing. I'm proud of us. Evolving, ascending, you know, still healing, still mending, you know, still spinning like we should. You heard? So don't force the feel. Just tune to it, you know. And it's okay to be, and it's okay to walk to the beat of your own drum. You know, I take pride in being a rebel. You know, I walk to the beat of my own drum. I take pride in that. You know, there ain't no need for me to pose a question. Do you think I'm a rebel? I'm gonna let you know I am a rebel, and then I'm gonna let you know why. I walk to the beat of my own drum. You know, I don't follow no standards. I learned to set my own. I'm not conventional. You know, I became the inventor. I ain't persistent. You know, I play the long game because I know I am the game playing itself. You know, so it teaches you how to be everything in between. Message, you know. And for those of us, you know, that's all doing this together, we know by the time that the world catch up, but we know that by the time that the world notice, it's too late to catch up. So I'm known as Sawu. Thank you for being you. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, questions, purchases, comments. You know, feel free to drop comments for those of y'all that passed by and haven't been around for a minute. Salute to the Cosmic Consciousness family and soul tribe. You hear me? We back. You know, we back. You know, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all that want to come through. You know, no fake news, family. Truth is truth. All they need is somebody to tell it until we do it again. Once again, be you how you be you. I'm known as Sawu. Peace, family.